Hi there, here we are, more trumpet with Miss Kay, and last time we worked on the chromatic scale, so we're going to do that again in a minute. So page 28 on your team brass. We're going to start with the two exercises. Remember, I didn't call them songs because they're not really tunes. They're not the most interesting thing, but they're there to practice playing your upper notes and getting them crisp and clear and a lovely sound. So we're going to start by playing the very first tune on this page, exercise number 1 I should call it, just as we did last time. What note does it start on? It starts on A. So can you just play me the first note? Play me a low A, bottom A we might say. Upper A again. So there's your starting note for this, and make sure you get your B's and C's and all the notes in exactly the right place. Ready? We're going to breathe. We're going to play it together in unison. 1, 2, 3, 4. Did you play it as beautifully as I did, if you think that was beautiful? Getting a really nice clear sound, yeah? Getting our tongue and everything working. Now let's do the second tune, exercise number 2, I should say. Similar thing, but using crotchets instead of the longer minims. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. You could test yourself by seeing how quickly you could play that one. You could go quite fast. It's a fast-ish tune. Why don't we try it fast? Dun, 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 dun. Can we do it like that? You might want to pause the video and practice it first. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. It's good to practice these things at different speeds or tempos. What about the chromatic scale? Did you have a go at that? Remember, we said for my favourite things, we need D sharp. What do we play? How do we play D sharp? Second and third, yeah? And which note is it the same as? Which flat note is D sharp the same as? It's E flat. Same pitch, 2 different names. The other note we need for my favourite things is A sharp. Now we've done B flat before, so A sharp and B flat are the same, and they are both with your first finger. So on my favourite things, quickly have a look at, on page 31 this is, have a look at the third line down, when it goes to the third time bar, when it goes A sharp, B, C. Now look at the top of your chromatic scale, and that's exactly how the scale goes from the A. So that's why we practice these scales, because they pop up in all kinds of our tunes. So let's play the chromatic scale slowly, going all the way up and all the way down if you can. 1, 2, 3, 4. See how fast you can do it. Gradually you can build on anything that you can do. You can gradually get it faster and faster. All right, let's look at my favourite things. Now last time I just played this for you. and then I left it up to you to have a go. So I hope you've had a go. How many beats in a bar? 3 beats in a bar. And some slurs, don't forget. And F sharps. In our key signature we have F sharps. So when we play the beginning, remember it's got to have a kind of swing to it. Do da 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 da. That's the speed we're aiming for. Obviously we're going to learn it a bit slower than that. So listen to the first phrase. Now if you play it the right way around, you'll be playing it with F sharp. So you've got the F sharp and the Bs as well. You've got the upper Bs and you've also got the lower Bs. So there's a lot of this and this. Do da 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 da. In fact, only first and second. So in a way that makes it quite easy. So I'll just play that first phrase again. You've got to slur up from the E to the B. Let's just practice that slur. Next time we'll do some of these slurs on page 30 because that also will help you to do this. If you can't slur it, you can use your tongue for now. So let's try that first phrase. I'll play the first 4 bars and then you can play the first 4 bars after me. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Your turn. Now if you look at the next bit, it's exactly the same, so I don't need to play that. After that, on the second line, from the second bar, it starts to do something different. Jumps around a bit, so I'll play the next 4 bars. So this is the second line from the second bar. Jumps around quite a lot, so you've got to get your lips in the right position, but also your brain thinking of going up, thinking of going down. Then we have a lovely scale with a crescendo, so it gets louder as it goes up, leading to the D sharp on the next line. So make sure you drop down to that D sharp to finish that phrase, and don't forget the F sharp. Please don't forget the F sharp. So let's do it one more time, starting on low B. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then you have 2 bars rest. You can just take a breather and prepare to go back to the beginning because we repeat back to the top of the tune, the head. So then we do all of that again, exactly the same. Now, after you've done it twice, remember I was saying last time, we have a 3rd time bar. So on your 3rd time through, so you play it twice and you go back to the beginning, you play it for a 3rd time. Now let me just point this out to you again. Remember, you play the 1st and 2nd time bar, the 1st and 2nd times. But then, so you play the 1st and 2nd time bar, but then on the 3rd time through, once you've done the scale, you skip. Da 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 da. You skip to the 3rd time bar. So let's practice that bit before we try it 3rd time through. So we're going to go from the scale and then we're going to skip to the A, and remember it's the top of the chromatic scale. So here we go from the low B to the 3rd time bar. 1, 2, 3. And get louder as you go up. It finishes forte, F for forte, nice and strong, which helps you to get those upper notes. So let's do that one more time. You can start quite soft, mezzo forte, medium loud, crescendo, and then relax. No, don't relax, sorry, we're not going down, we're going up, continuing up. Here we go, 3rd time round from the scale. 1, 2, 3. Now that we've got there, we're in the second half of the song, and we have a completely different section now with all these B's. Da, 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 da. Make sure you drop all the way down to E there. Use the crescendo to get louder and softer again as you drop down. Then a similar phrase but with the A's going down to our D sharp. Da, 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 Then the same phrase on a G down to B. Da, 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 da. Then you take a big breath, because from there it goes to the end. Let's do that in a minute. So let's do this phrase. So it's a similar thing 3 times, but changing note each time. Starting from the B's. 1, 2, 3, 1. Okay, then you take a breath and you go to the end. Now you've got E, F sharp a few times, and builds up, and then ends on a G for 1, 2, 3, 4 bars plus a beat. 4 times 3 is 12 plus a beat, makes it 13 beats long, but you're actually, certainly when it's up to speed, thinking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and then you stop. So I'm going to go from where we stopped. It says MP, crescendo, mezzo piano. I'm starting 1 note before that. So I'm on the second to last line, around about halfway through, starting on E after 2. 1, 2. That's 13. So the idea ultimately would be to go a little bit faster so that you don't fall over when you play the last note, because it is quite long. I'll just play the second half a bit faster. Da, 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 da. That's really what we're after. 2. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Doesn't feel so long when it's faster. So keep going, work on my favourite things. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.